Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Kate, the face behind Mindfulknots. I upload on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, so make sure to like the video if it helps you out, comment if you have any questions, and subscribe for future uploads. For this tutorial, you will need 3 skeins of yarn, depending on size of course. I am a size medium for reference. I used about half of all 3 skeins for my set, and I plan on using the rest of the 3 skeins for a matching cardigan, so stay tuned for that video. It will be coming out soon. Sorry I don't give exact amount of yarn I use for each project, but I will try to be better about it in the future. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into the video. For this tutorial, it will be a series of 3 videos, so you will use all 3 skeins, colors of your choice. You also need a pair of scissors and a 5.5mm crochet hook. To begin, you'll create a slip knot, so you will just fold the yarn onto itself like that, and then grab the shorter end and pull through. Insert your hook and pull tightly. You will chain up 4. To chain up, you will yarn over and pull through. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then you will slip stitch the first chain from the beginning. So you'll just yarn over and pull through. That's a slip stitch. And that forms a little ring. You will chain up 2. This does not count as a stitch. You will insert 3 double crochets into the center of the ring. You will yarn over, insert your hook through the center of the ring, yarn over and pull through. You have 3 loops on the hook. You'll yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops on the hook. You'll do that 2 more times. You will chain up 2, so that you will yarn over and pull through. You'll insert 3 more double crochets into the center of the ring. Chain up 2 again. And then you will insert 3 more double crochets into the center of the ring. Chain 2. You will skip the first chain 2 at the beginning there, and then in the first double crochet you will slip stitch. For round 2, you will chain up 3. Skip these cluster of stitches there. Go into the next space. Insert 3 double crochets. Chain up 2. Insert 3 more double crochets into the same space. Skip the next cluster of stitches. You will insert 3 double crochets into the next space. Chain up 2. Insert 3 double crochets into that same space. Skip the next 3 stitches, and then in the next space there you will insert 3 double crochets. Chain 2, insert 2 more double crochets into that same space. Count to the second chain there and then slip stitch the second chain. You can see the triangle starting to form. I'm going to cut off and pull through to secure, and then I will attach a new piece of yarn in the corner here. I will pull through to get it started. Then I will chain up 2. This does not count as a stitch. You will insert 3 double crochets into the same corner here. Chain 2 and then insert 3 more double crochets into the same corner, to the same space. You will skip the next cluster of stitches, and then in that next space you will insert 3 double crochets. Skip the next cluster of stitches, and then you'll create another corner by inserting 3 double crochets, chaining 2, then inserting 3 more double crochets. You'll repeat that all the way around. So I'm back at the end here. I'll just skip my last cluster there and then skip that first chain 2, and then in the first double crochet I will slip stitch, and then I will change my color, so I will cut off and pull through to secure. Again, I will attach a new piece of yarn at the corner there. Once you have attached a new piece of yarn, you will pull through to begin. And then you'll chain up 2. Again, this doesn't count as a stitch, and then you'll just insert 3 double crochets, chain 2, insert 3 double crochets. It's the same exact from the previous row. So since it is repetitive, I'll do this off camera, and then I will see you back at your desired size. You'll just add row on row until this covers your cup. Once you have created your desired size, you will just slip stitch over to the next corner. So you'll just slip stitch all along here until you get to the next corner. You'll just insert your hook through the stitch, yarn over and pull through, and then pull through the loop all the way up to the corner. Once you're at the corner, you will chain, you will yarn over and pull through, and you will do that for 75 to 100 chains. This will be your necktie, so this should reach from your cup up to your neck and enough to tie around, so it will secure. So I'll meet you back once you have 100 chains. Okay, so now that you have 2 cups, you will take a new strand here, create a slip knot. You will chain up 100. I'll meet you back after you chained up 100. Once you have chained up 100, you will grab one of your cups. You will flip it upside down to where your tie is at the bottom there. And then from this corner, you will do a half double crochet. So you will yarn over, insert your hook through the corner there, yarn over, pull through. So you have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. And that's how you will attach your chain here. And then in all of the stitches here, you will do a half double crochet. So I'll show you it again. You'll yarn over, insert your hook through the stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on the hook. Okay, so then you'll just do that all the way across the edge here. You do that all the way across to the next corner here, and I will meet you back. Okay, so I put a half double crochet into all the stitches there. I left this corner open because we will grab our other cup here, again with the strand facing down in this corner. We will hold them kind of closely together, and then we will do a combined half double crochet. So you will yarn over, insert your hook through this corner and then through that corner, yarn over and pull through. You have 3 loops on the hook. You'll yarn over and then pull through all 3 loops. Okay, so that's how you'll do that. Then in the next stitch there, you will insert a half double crochet. You'll insert 1 half double crochet into each stitch all the way along this edge here, all the way until you get to this corner, and I will meet you back. Okay, so I half double crocheted along this edge and in that corner there, and then I will just yarn over and pull through. That's a chain, and then I will just chain up 100 again. Okay, so I chained up 100 and I just tied off. And then all you have to do is sew in your ends and your bralette is complete. If you want to add the decorative lace up in between, so you'll just choose a color there. I'm going to do the coral or the neon. So I'll create another slip knot. And then I will just chain up 150. So once you have chained up 150, you will just count up the spaces. So 1, 2, 3, and then on that 4th one, you'll pull it up from the bottom, pull through. You'll do the exact same thing to the other side. So 1, 2, 3, and then in that 4th one, you'll pull up from the bottom. Make sure it's even. And then you'll go back and forth. So you'll take this strand and go on over to the other side and pull through. You'll do the same over here. And then you'll just go back and forth. Okay, so it's all laced up, and then you can create a bow here. And you'll just kind of trim the edges there, and you're all finished. You will create a slip knot. Chain up 4, slip stitch the first chain, formed a ring. You're going to chain up 2, that does not count as a stitch, and then you will insert 3 double crochets into the center of the ring there. Chain up 2, insert 3 more double crochets into the center of the ring. Chain 2. You will continue with that until you have 4 clusters. So you'll insert another 3 double crochets. Chain up 2, and then insert another 3 double crochets. Chain up 2, Skip that first chain 2 there, and then in the first double crochet you will slip stitch to close the round. For round 2 you will chain up 3. The first 2 chains does not count as a stitch, and then that last chain is a chain 1 space. In the next space there you will insert 3 double crochets. Chain up 2, insert 3 more double crochets into the same space. It's quite similar to the top, only there's a slight difference. You will do a chain 1 in between the clusters. So we just chained up 1, we'll skip the next 3 stitches there, and then in the next space we'll insert 3 double crochets. Chain 2. Insert 3 double crochets into the same space. Chain up 1, skip the next 3 stitches there, and then in that space you'll insert 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. Chain up 1, again you're going to skip the next 3 stitches, and then in that last space there you're going to insert 3 double crochets, chain 2, insert 3 double crochets. You will slip stitch the second chain there from the beginning to close the round. I'm just going to cut off and pull through to secure. I'm going to attach a new piece of yarn. Once you have your new piece of yarn attached, you will pull through to get it started. Chain up 2, this does not count as a stitch. You will insert 3 double crochets into that space there. Chain 2. Insert 3 double crochets into the same space. Again, you're just creating a corner. Chain 1, skip this next cluster, and then in the next space you'll insert 3 double crochets. So this is exactly the same as the previous row, and it's really repetitive, so I'll do this off camera. You're just going to repeat until you have 5 rows. Okay, so now that you have 5 rows, you are going to create 10 of these if you are a size medium. You are going to create 8 if you're a size small. If you're a size large, I'd go up to 12 squares, and then if you're an extra large, I'd go up to 14. So now that you have 10 granny squares, you will do the join as you go method, so you'll attach a new piece of yarn at the corner there. Once you have a new piece of yarn attached to the corner, you will pull through to get it started and chain up 2. This does not count as a stitch. You will insert 3 double crochets into the corner. So that's 1, 2, and 3. You'll chain 1, skip the next 3 stitches, in the next space there you will insert 3 double crochets. Chain 1, skip the next 3 stitches, and then you'll just insert 3 double crochets into the next space until you get to the next corner. You'll go all the way around, and then I'll meet you back over here. Okay, so I basically just created another row. However, I left one side open, and then for 2 corners I only double crocheted 3. So what I'm going to do is chain up 2. I'm going to grab another granny square here. I will double crochet 3 into one of the new granny square corners. And then I will go to the next space here on the old granny square, and then I will slip stitch that space. Okay, so that's how it should be looking. Then you'll go back onto the new granny square, and then you'll double crochet 3 into that space. And instead of doing the chain 1, we'll go back over into the old granny square to the next available space right there. And then you'll just slip stitch that instead of chaining 1. Okay, so then see how those line up? So that's the join as you go method. I'll show you a few more times. So we'll go onto the old granny square here into that space. You'll insert 3 double crochets. You'll go back onto the new square here, or the old square, excuse me, and then in that space right there, you will slip stitch. You'll go back onto the old or the new one and insert 3 double crochets into the space. And then you'll go back onto the older one into the next available space and slip stitch. You'll do that all the way to the corner. So now we're at the corner, we're going to insert 3 into the corner, 3 double crochets. You'll chain up 1, you'll go to the corner over here, slip stitch the corner, chain up 1 again, then double crochet 3 into the corner. You will chain 1, skip the next 3 stitches and insert 3 double crochets. You will finish out the granny square like normal, just do a regular row. However, you're going to stop here at the corner and I will meet you there. So I went all the way around, and again I just left this side of the granny square open, and then I just double crocheted 3 into this corner. So what you will do is just chain up 2. Grab a new square here, and then you will attach it the same way I just showed you. So then you'll do that until you have a total of 5 in a line, and then I'll do that off camera, so I will meet you back once it's finished. Okay, so I have 5 all in a line here. So what I'm gonna do is just kind of flip my work. And I will crochet all along this edge here. So right here is pretty repetitive, so I will meet you once you get to this corner so I can show you how to attach right here. Okay, so I crocheted along this edge here, and I double crochet 3 in the corner. So I will just chain up 1, slip stitch that chain 2 space there, that chain 2, and that's how you'll do the corner. Chain 1, double crochet 3 into the corner of the next one, and that's how you will attach right there. So then you'll just do that all along this edge here, and I'll meet you once you make it to this corner. Okay, so I crocheted along this edge here, and then I'm back at the corner. So I will just chain up 1, and then I will half double crochet, so you'll yarn over, insert your hook into that double crochet right there, and half double crochet and pull through all 3 loops. So now you will just chain up 2, turn your work like this, and then you'll start attaching squares going this way. So you'll go into the corner here, double crochet 3. I kind of already showed you guys this. Then you'll go back over here onto the old square and slip stitch that space. You'll go back onto the new granny square, insert 3 double crochets. Instead of chaining 1, you'll go back onto the old square and slip stitch the next space available. Okay, so you'll just attach that square just on this side only, and I'll meet you at this corner. Okay, so I joined it on this side. I inserted 3 double crochets into this corner here, and what we will do is chain up 1, then we will slip stitch where we joined right there. So bring it up closer. Where we joined the chain 2 space there, that's where we will slip stitch. Okay, then you'll chain up 1 again. You'll grab a new square and you will join just on this side only. You'll do it the same way by inserting 3 double crochets into the corner. And then you will attach the corner the same way. So you'll just chain up 1, then you'll just slip stitch right there in the corner. Okay, so you will attach the remaining squares this way, and I will meet you back once you attach them all. Okay, so I attached all of these remaining squares, and this is what your piece should be looking like. We will continue with the same stitch all the way up along this edge and all the way down here, and then I'll meet you at this corner. Okay, so I crocheted all along this edge here. I'm at the corner. So what you will do is chain up 1. Then you will slip stitch again where you slip stitched earlier. Okay, so like that. You'll chain up 1 again. Insert 3 double crochets into that corner. And then you'll go back and forth again, like I showed you earlier. So you'll just go back over to this square and slip stitch. Go over here, insert 3 double crochets, and then slip stitch the next available space on the other square. So you'll go back and forth, and then you'll just snake in and out along these squares. You'll go all the way across, and I will meet you once you are finished, once you have 2 full rows. I snaked in and out of all of those granny squares, so now I'm back at the end here. So what you will do is I just double crocheted my last corner there, double crocheted 3, chained up 1, and then I will slip stitch that chain 2. Then I will cut and pull through to secure, because you are finished with the main piece of your skirt. This should reach all the way around your waist when folded in half, when wrapped around yourself. So what we'll do is fold it in half with the insides facing each other, like the prettier looking side. And what we will do is attach a piece of yarn here at the corner. And this color should be your waist color, the waistband color that you'd like. So I'm going to use this darker blue. So what you'll do is just slip stitch these sides together, and you'll go all the way up to the other corner here. So you'll pull through, and then you'll take the insides of the stitches. So see that V? You'll just take the inside, and you'll go to the corresponding one. So that first stitch, see that V? You'll take the inside of that stitch, and then you'll yarn over and pull through the loop. You'll do that all across the whole edge here. So you'll take the inside. And then this just creates like a smaller seam, so you don't have such a larger seam if you take the whole stitch, if that makes sense. So it'll just be like less bulky. Right, you'll do that all along this edge, and then I will meet you back once you have slip stitched. Okay, so I slip stitched along this edge here, and basically you just created a tube, like a skirt basically. So now we will flip it inside out, or right side out. So you'll put the right side on the outside. You will chain up 2. This does not count as a stitch. So you'll insert 1 double crochet into that first double crochet there. You'll skip this space. You'll insert 1 double crochet into the next 2 stitches. For this chain 1 stitch, you'll do like a half double crochet combined with the next stitch. So you will yarn over, insert your hook into that space there, yarn over and pull through. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, go through the next stitch there. Yarn over, pull through. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through all 3. Then you'll insert 1 double crochet into the next 2 stitches. In the next space there, you'll combine the stitches again by yarning over, inserting your hook into that space, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, go through the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through all 3. In the next 2 stitches, you'll insert 2 double crochets. You'll repeat this all the way around of 2 double crochets and then combining the next 2. We're just kind of cinching in the waist here by doing that. At the corner here, you will combine these 2 spaces. So what you'll do is yarn over, go through this space, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, go through the next space, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Now you have 3 loops on the hook. You'll yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Then you'll insert 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches. And then you'll go back to repeating the pattern of combining the next 2 stitches. And then double crocheting 1 in the next 2 stitches. So you'll repeat that all the way around, and I will meet you back. Okay, so I did that all the way around, and I'm back at the beginning. So what you'll do is just insert 1 double crochet into that space, skip over that chain 2, and then slip stitch that first double crochet. So you're going to decide how many rows decreasing rows you'll need so that the waist will fit you right. So I'll show you how to decrease. You will chain up 2. This does not count as a stitch. You'll insert 1 double crochet into that same stitch. You'll insert 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Then for the next 2 stitches, you'll combine them. So again, you'll yarn over, insert your hook into that stitch there, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, go through the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 3. So that will be the pattern. You'll double crochet 1 into the next 2 stitches. Then you'll do the combining stitch. and you'll repeat around. So I did that all the way around. I'm just going to skip the first chain 2 and then I'll slip stitch the first double crochet to close the round. Okay, so you can kind of see how it cinches it in a little bit. So at this point, just determine if you need to do that for another row or 2. I, however, do not. So I just did it for 1 row. This still needs to get over the booty. So for the next 2 rows, I'm just going to chain up 2. This does not count as a stitch. I will insert 1 double crochet into the same stitch there. Then all the way around, I'll just insert 1 double crochet. And I'll do that for 2 rounds. Okay, so I'll meet you back after 2 rounds. Okay, so I just finished up 2 rows and I'm just going to tie off here. And then all that's left to do is to make the tie part around the waist. So I'm going to use the coral color. You will just make a slip knot and chain up however many chains you need to fit around your waist. Okay, so crochet a strand long enough so that it can overlap itself and then have extra. I actually probably did this too long. So I'm just going to pull some out here. So then make sure it can go all the way around the waist, plus some extra so that you can actually do a tie. I think that's pretty good. So I'm just going to pull through to secure. We will determine where we want the seam. I think I want it on the side. And this be the front here. So I'm going to go the second row in. I'm just going to pull in from behind and through in between the stitches there. Then I'm just going to count over 3 stitches and then pull in from behind. You'll count over 3 stitches and then pull in from this side. You'll go back and forth. And you'll just do that all the way around. Okay, so once you got all those wrapped up in there, fed all those in and out, you are finished with your skirt.